Hey guys, I'm at the beautiful Oakland Cemetery in downtown Little Rock, and I want to do a quick equipment test of a new piece of equipment that I got for my team. These are the Samcon FPCN30A two-way radios, and I've talked about on the channel before about the importance for communication during an investigation. I want to test these little radios out and see distance-wise how they work. All right, so I'm going to walk quite a distance away. Sherry is at our base station setup, and we're going to see how far I can get. So the area that I'm doing this test in at the Oakland Cemetery is pretty hilly. There is a pretty significant amount of trees as well as landscape topography changes. So this will be a really good test to see how well these radios work in real world situations. All right, I cannot see her at all. I cannot see our base station and vehicle setup. It is way over there. And as you can see, there's quite a few trees that are separating us. Plus, I am on top of a mountain or a large hill, and she is at the very bottom. So I'm a pretty good distance away right now. I would say, oh, maybe, maybe a quarter of a mile at this point. All right, so as you can see, right now we're on channel 18, and we are using the high power mode, which, as I mentioned, these are 5-watt radios. So theoretically, these radios should be able to punch out and reach a couple of miles in distance. Generally line of sight, but depending on the atmospheric conditions and depending on some of the geographic features, you might be able to get farther than that. Yeah, totally cannot see the vehicle at this point. We are a pretty good distance away. Continue walking down here. There's actually another cemetery, the Veterans Cemetery, which is right next to Oakland Cemetery, that if we keep walking, before too long we're going to end up there. But you can sort of see the size of this place is just absolutely massive. You know, this is absolutely challenging terrain. We're not line of sight. There's a significant number of trees and hills and stone graves. So yeah, so far this is really impressive. So we're coming up on the Confederate Cemetery. Radio check, can you hear me?
10-4, hear you loud and clear.
Test, can you hear me?
10-4, hear you loud and clear still.
10-4. So we are so far away at this point. You know, there's trees, there's hills. I mean, we're a very good distance away. And the fact that I'm still able to hear her clearly, both receiving and transmitting, is just amazing. So this is the Veterans Cemetery, and as you can see, it's pretty massive. So we are on the complete other side from where we were at the Oakland Cemetery. So one of the things I need to talk about, for those that don't know, the GMRS radio band, which is what this operates on, does require a license. That license is $30, and that license is good for 10 years. It does not require taking a test, so there's no knowledge or skills that are required to be able to get this license. So $30, 10 years, and you have the ability to use any GMRS radio that you want, which will give you the ability to communicate at distances like this. I was already a ham radio operator, so wasn't that big of a deal to add the additional license for me. But I would highly recommend that you do it properly. I know a lot of people will purchase radios such as this and not license them. You know, you're taking a gamble there as to whether the FCC wants to come after you or not. You know, for 30 bucks, I don't think it's a no-brainer. It's definitely worth getting the license. That way you're covered. Don't have to worry about any issues with that. Hey Sherry, I'm coming up on the southwest corner of the Veteran Cemetery. Can you still hear me?
Yes, coming in loud and clear, just like when you were standing here.
This is truly a testament to this to these radios. I mean, this little guy puts out 5 watts, which in a radio this size is just incredible. Sherry, can you hear me now?
Or still hear you loud and clear.
10-4. I'm at the very, very far southwest corner of the cemetery. I don't have any further to walk.
10-4, I lost sight of you a long time ago, but you still sound just as loud and clear as when you were still just a few feet away.
Yeah, 10-4. I am super impressed. You know, it takes a lot to impress me. I am a gadget guy through and through, and I love technology, and having something that is able to work at this extreme distance and be as effective as this is just, it's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. You know, couple that with the fact that this has just a ton of cool features, and I don't think you can beat it. For the 50 or 60 bucks per radio, there's nothing out there that'll touch this. I mean, you've got a powerhouse literally in the palm of your hand. Battery life, I have no idea on this thing. Just got this. I have not ran it down all the way yet. So in the tests that I've done, I charged this up probably 2 days ago. And throughout all of my testing, and then throughout the test today, I was on 5 bars, and I'm still on 5 bars. So the battery has not moved at all on this thing. So battery life on this appears to be pretty incredible, but I'll have to let you know in a follow-up how well it actually works. You know, I can't think of any negatives, really. I hate to sound completely positive about something. I hate to not find, you know, some little nitpick. But this thing is just incredible. I can't think of anything negative to say about this. There's really no downsides to it. You've got the price, you've got the performance, you can't beat it. I can't think of anything that I would suggest to the manufacturer to do any different with this. That's saying something, for sure. If you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know that I test a variety of different pieces of equipment that are related to paranormal investigating, most specifically spirit communication. So this is a little bit different from that. However, it still sort of falls into that communication category, but this is for communicating with live spirits. Can you still hear me?
10-4, still hearing you loud and clear.
10-4, I'm headed back.
10-4.
Quite a bit of walk-in. I think at one point I was fairly close to almost 2 miles away from Sherry, which is just absolutely incredible, especially again considering the challenging conditions that were presented here. So the battery on my GoPro is about to die, so I'm gonna wrap this up now. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you have the need, and I believe every paranormal team does, for communication equipment, I would highly, highly recommend the Samcon FPCN30A. This thing is just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. You're not gonna find a better radio. Thanks for watching, and if you like this type of content, please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Thanks. See you on the next video.